Hi guys! Today, as I paint a whimsical flower fashion girl, let's talk about art school. Ever since I was little, I loved drawing. I would use any scrap of paper available and doodle on it. I mostly drew girls in fun, creative outfits. I guess not much has changed since then. Although my drawing abilities have improved and widened significantly, I still enjoy fun fashion illustration the most. I attended an art high school and then went on to an art college to major in illustration. There I received a bachelor's in fine arts or a BFA. You may have kids considering an art college, or perhaps you yourself are considering going. And you may be wondering, is art college actually worth it? Throughout the years, I have wondered the same exact thing. One thing that is for certain, I loved my time in college. Some teachers had made a lasting impression and opened up abilities that I didn't know I had in me. I was surrounded by creative friends, we would sketch together, and it was some of my best memories from college. Some of the teachers made me know and understand what style is and isn't for me, what I excel in the most. For example, I got that photorealism was not and would never be my thing. I was always drawn to expressive, free and loose-looking art that's almost easy rather than labored and something that looks like it took forever to paint. But certainly I can understand why photorealism is admired, because it takes great skill to achieve something that looks like a photograph. And you may also admire photorealism. We're all different. We're all drawn to different styles, different teachers that resonate more with who we are. College is where I fell in love with location drawing. Having a fantastic, passionate professor who was able to distill the principles of documentary art into understandable terms certainly helped. Here comes the follow-up question. Did art school directly lead to a dream job? Let's start with the fact that many graduates don't even know what exactly it is that they want to pursue after college. Just because one is a talented artist doesn't automatically guarantee a magazine spread, a gallery show, or a book deal. An incredible amount of work and an equal amount of luck are needed to achieve one's art dream. And often the path isn't direct and takes many years. Art college doesn't get you your dream job. It's a sobering fact that many students and parents need to understand. So if you keep your expectations at the level of getting a great education in art history, various art styles, programs, expanding your creative horizons, then you will feel that art college is truly worth it. But, of course, art students go to art college with hopes of getting a dream job. Some even think that they would get one right away. What realistically happens for many art graduates, or at least it used to happen, they would get a job in a related field. Like, for example, my first job was in graphic design. Luckily, my school had some courses related to graphic design, teaching various Adobe software programs, not just manual illustration. Though, to be completely honest, most software I taught myself to use through doing various freelance jobs. And it's true for everything. We get our best skills by doing actual, real-life projects. That's why it's so important to be a self-starter, to seek out any freelance jobs that you can find while you're still in school. Because each one is an opportunity to learn better than any class can ever teach you. Deep down, I've always been drawn to jobs that would provide me the most creative opportunity, an opportunity to make my own artwork, rather than manipulating other people's artwork. Whether I would do it manually or digitally didn't matter. So to sum it up, I would probably place equal importance on schooling in order to find out what you like and what you don't like, and also on doing your own freelance projects in order to advance your skills. Also, keep in mind that artists have a lot of opportunities, not just in manual illustration. Artists can do 3D animation, 2D animation. They can work for marketing companies. They can work in galleries. They can create beautiful, huge paintings. They can be book illustrators. They can create logos. Like, for example, I do logos on the side as well. There are so many opportunities for artists that don't necessarily involve traditional illustration. Of course, these days, with the advent of AI that is supposed to replace us, we're all freaking out as artists. We're all thinking, oh no, our jobs will be taken. But I think even if that will happen someday, it's certainly far away. And I'm hopeful that humanity is still drawn to real art, human-made art, and maybe even the overwhelming onslaught of AI will inspire people to be anti-AI. Maybe it will inspire people to pursue the old-fashioned illustration more, to seek out handmade art and handmade artists. And maybe we can see about using AI just as a tool instead of just replacing us. And maybe people can refuse to use AI, choose to refuse to use AI art in products. Like sometimes I go to stores and I see blatant, messed up, mushed up AI prints on mugs or other things sold in like TJ Maxx or Marshalls. It's really sad because that's a job taken from a designer who would have done it properly without messed up cut off fingers and too many fingers or some random objects that don't belong. So yeah, I'm hoping that will see a reversal at some point. But definitely go to art school. But also, if you are on a budget, if you're not a billionaire or a millionaire many times over, choose an art school that's not too expensive. Because when people take out loans, when people invest too much in schooling, that's not necessarily going to give them their money back. You get resentful. And you don't want to be resentful. You don't want to spoil art for yourself. On the contrary, you want to be inspired. You want to be encouraged. So find a very affordable school or classes. You can even choose to take classes. Maybe you don't need a degree necessarily. Unfortunately, companies do still look at a degree as a requirement, but not all of them. A lot of times your portfolio and your demo reel are more important. So focus on both. Focus on getting your own freelance experience as well as a good portfolio, and you cannot go wrong. Good luck! Check out my watercolor tutorial books, available on Amazon and other online retailers.